Good morning, boys and girls. I am here to go over your reading lesson for today. Um, you may want to go back and pull up the video where I read to you a prickly adventure about the porcupine and the porcupette. So, just so it will be fresh in your mind and you'll be able to answer the questions. Remember, RI 2.1 is questioning and answering questions about an informational text. And as you can see in the background, there are comprehension strategies, or excuse me, that is one of the comprehension strategies. And questions can be fat or skinny, which means a fat question would be a question that really makes you think beyond what the text is saying, or they can be skinny, which would be something that like an easier question, like where does the story take place? What is the name of a character in the story? Those are skinny questions because those are really right there in the text. So today we're going to practice answering some questions about the story. So if you have page 20 in front of you, we're going to answer the questions on page 20, or you will, and I'm going to just go over them and kind of give you hints about what to do and where to find the answers in the story. So we're going to start at the top of the page because we want to make sure we're reading everything on the page. That way, hopefully, it will prevent other questions that you might have. Just reading the directions first. So it says, think. Use what you learned by reading a prickly adventure to respond to the following questions. Number 1, it says this question has 2 parts. First, answer part A, then answer part B. Part A said, what are a porcupette's favorite foods? And then it lists A, barks and twigs, B, twigs and leaves, C, leaves and dandelions, or D, dandelions and apples. So if you can't remember, either go back and listen to me read the story, the text to you, and or go back and look at your copy that you have and find the answer. And then circle either A, B, C, or D, whichever one answers the question of what are a porcupette's favorite foods. Okay, so after you have found your answer, obviously now you're going to be able to answer part B. And part B is write a sentence from the text that gave you the information to answer the question in part A. So all you're doing is when you went back and looked to find what a porcupette's favorite foods are, you found the sentence. So write that sentence down as your answer for part B because that answer supports what a porcupette's favorite foods are. Okay, so go ahead and write that down for part B. Then, question number 2. It says, read this sentence from the article. If the wolf touches the porcupette, the sharp quills will stick into the wolf's skin. So this is a little bit different, boys and girls. They're giving you a they're giving you a sentence from the text. And now they want you to look at which question can be answered after reading this sentence. So, in other words, if the wolf touches the porcupette, the sharp quills will stick into the wolf's skin. So which question does that sentence answer? Is it A, how does a porcupine raise its quills? B, why would a wolf touch a porcupette? C, when might a porcupette use its quills? Or D, which part of the porcupette has quills? So there's all the questions. And so which one of those questions goes with the answer of if the wolf touches the porcupine, the sharp quills will stick into the wolf's skin. Okay, so those are the questions that you answer for today that go along with a prickly adventure. If you have any questions, please contact your teacher for any extra help that you might need. I hope you have a great day, boys and girls.